everybody in YouTube. This is a very excited student witch because something amazing came in the mail today. But first of all, let me continue to apologize for the poor picture quality of these videos. I've had troubles with recording, so anyway, I promise that I'm going to try to save up money so that by November or maybe December, as a Christmas gift for myself, I'll buy an actual video camera, because I've been meaning to get one for a long time anyway, and the picture quality will be better, and the covers of books and stuff won't appear backwards. So anyway, I'm really excited because look what came in the mail today. Oh, it's heavy. Yes! You see how big this is? It's a book. It's bigger than my face. And I have a pretty big head. And big hands. Alright, this, let me show you the little jacket cover, is the very big sketchbook. It is by Art Alternatives, and it lives up to its name, obviously. This has a nice kind of faux leather finish. It's a solid book, and it has 300 sheets of paper, which means 600 pages. 600 pages! And it's huge. Like, this is it compared to my head. And the paper inside is just gorgeous. I think it's 75-pound acid-free paper. Let me see if I can hold this. Nice, thick, sturdy, beautiful, clear, white paper. So let me put this down because it's super heavy. So, first of all, I got this off Amazon. I don't know who the specific dealer was, but if you just look up the very big sketchbook by Art Alternatives or 600-page sketchbook, you'll find it. There's only less than 10 left in stock. So if you're thinking about getting this, do it now. That's what I did. And it actually appeared, or it arrived earlier than I thought. It arrived within a week of me ordering it. I'm recording this on Wednesday. I thought it was going to arrive this weekend. It arrived today instead. So this is going to be my grimoire. I have arrived to the point in my practice where I think I should start writing stuff down in a more permanent fashion, because right now I have this little notebook which I got for free. I went to a conference in New York City in April in my field, in my academic field, and you know, in conferences sometimes they hand out little goodie bags with like pens and paper and stuff. Well, this was in the goodie bag, so, and I like the kind of black and green aspect to it. But anyway, so for months now I've just been taking down notes in this little notebook. And, you know, I've written down my spells, I've done some journaling, though not enough. I've written down recipes for ointments or hair care stuff, like kitchen witchery kind of stuff, all sorts of stuff. And I kind of like the idea of having a two-book system. Like, you have the little notebook where you write down your notes and try out different recipes and find out what works best, or which spell works best for this or that. And then once you test it and you find out, you put it in the big guy. And I also wanted I wanted this big ass book because I want this to last the rest of my life. And hopefully 600 pages is enough. I've reached the point in my practice, like I said, to where I need to start writing stuff down permanently and thinking ahead into the future. Like, if my children, for example, are interested in magic or witchcraft, I would like this to be sturdy, huge book full of everything, all of my knowledge, that I've collected for decades. At that point, I'm talking about me in the future, that I will have collected for decades. I want to be able to pass all that along, and I want it to be in my handwriting, which is chicken scratch, but whatever, it's legible. So I actually have, probably about a month ago in my little workbook, I wrote down my dream book of magic and witchery. Like, if I could find such a book to write down everything, this is what it would be like. And my dream book was only 500 pages. I searched the internet, I scoured for days, and I couldn't find a book this big that just had 500 pages, so I figured an extra 100 pages is always good. So these are my tentative, titles and sections that I'm going to divide this book into. So, I'm going to have a title page, a dedication, a table of contents, and then the first 50 pages, or 46, counting the title page, dedication, table of contents, and then the next set of pages up to number 50 is going to be basically an encyclopedia, A to Z, of herbs, oils, roots, other ingredients that I use in the craft. I have this encyclopedia of herbs that I got at a witchy shop recently. I talked about in one of my more recent haul videos. But I just want to write down, if it's an herb, like chamomile, the history of the herb, its uses, how I like to use it, and results. Make it more personal than just an encyclopedia of herbs that you would find at the herbalist section of your witchy bookshop. So this is going to include, herbs, roots, spices, vinegars, oils, beeswax, cocoa butter, shea butter, everything that I use for kitchen witchery, for, protection magic. There'll be a page for candles and how I use candles and blah blah blah. So that would be the first section. Then the next chunk of 50 pages is going to be my craft. So the subsections of that are going to be my spiritual philosophies, which can change over time. That's why, there's going to be several pages of this. Just because I believe XYZ now doesn't mean 20 years from now I'm going to keep believing the same thing. I'm open to change, right? So my spiritual philosophies, my tools, like an explanation of the tools that I use and why and how, my color and elemental associations, the times and places that I practice magic, and then resources and bibliography. Bibliography, can you tell I'm in academia? Okay. Then the third section, the next chunk of 50 pages, is going to be kitchen witchery and home remedies. This is probably going to turn into my favorite section because this is what I really like. Subsections, tinctures, salves and ointments, cleaning supplies, personal care, and recipes. The next chunk of 50 pages, spells and practical magic. Spiritual cleansing, these are the subsections. Spiritual cleansing, protection magic, prosperity magic, divination, and miscellaneous. And then the fifth chunk of 50 pages, and this will take me up to page 250, or sheet number 250. So if you count back and front, this will actually take me up to page 500. Rituals and altars. So the subsections, the seasons, what they mean to me, how I celebrate them, the rituals that I do. That's something I really need to, actually the ritualistic aspect of my practice is something that I really need to work on. I need to be less random. I feel like I need to really work on regulating my, my ritualistic practice. I need to get a rhythm going, because right now I'm just like, oh, I don't know what to do. Let's light a candle for the full moon. Sure, whatever. I really need to work on this. So this section is going to be really good for me. So, seasons. Solstices and equinoxes. Sun and moon. Sacred spaces. And altars. How I set up an altar, the elements of an altar that I need. Things like that. So that takes me up to page 500 or 250 sheets of paper. So from page 501 to the end, because this book has an extra 100 pages in it that I wasn't counting on when I first got this idea, those last 100 pages is just going to be journaling. I'm thinking of adding an ancestor section, so the ancestor idea is new. Since I went to New Hampshire and I buried my grandmother's ashes with her ancestors up in New Hampshire, and I found, the grave markers of my great-great-great-grandparents. I think I need like a family tree that goes back 3 or 4 generations, if I can find out the information. So that might be thrown in here somewhere. Lists of ancestors and all the information I can get about these people. Because these people, Orion Foxwood talks about the river of blood, the river of ancestors that flows through our veins, and we're flowing in it right now, right? So this river of blood, I need to find out as much information as I can, because I'm not really attracted to deity worship, like setting up an altar to specific gods or goddesses from pantheons that I don't really feel connected to. But I do feel connected to my ancestors. So I think that's more of the direction I'm going with my practice for now. Could change. Who knows? The good thing is, this is a lifelong project. So, it begins today. So, that's my new grimoire, or my grimoire. Probably this weekend I'm going to inaugurate it. I might start cleansing it for the next few days with sage and all sorts of stuff, and then officially this weekend write like the title page and the dedication and things like that. Page numbers, stuff. Cool stuff, exciting stuff. So, had to share that with you guys. Oh, wish me luck. This is going to take a while, which is good. Like I said, it's a lifelong project. So, I'll see you guys later. Have a blessed day. Bye.